Oh, that's bright. Good morning. It is day one of PAX. It's about 7 in the morning. I'm going to get ready to go, and then we're going to go down to the convention center. We're going to play some games. We have our Nintendo appointment today, so we'll play some Nintendo games. And yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I'm not awake enough to have opinions on things yet. Day one, we have the Star Fox 2 t-shirt. Here, let me raise it up. This is we're a hard group to frame. I'll just do like, if I shoot like that. Hello, hi. We're at PAX, and Neil is pretending to be short.
Yeah, wait, I'll stand.
Yeah, you stand up. Perfect. We'll just shoot all the vlogs like that. We did not plan this well. We're basically just waiting for meetings. We've played like 2 games.
I played Blood Roots. That was in the Nindies event last week. It's pretty cool.
It looks, you died a lot.
I noticed. Fun, though.
Yeah.
It's a one-hit kill game, but like you pick up, like the act of discovery was a good time.
Yeah. And then I played Senua's Sacrifice, which does technically run on Switch. Really low resolution, like really heavy anti-aliasing, so lots of weird artifacts. But it runs and is totally playable, and I had a good time.
Cool.
So that's the update. It's starting to get more crowded.
Yeah, we're waiting for a Wild Mitchell.
For a Wild Mitchell.
And then we're going to check out Cyber Shadow.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yes. Yeah, the Ninja Gaiden looking Shovel Knight
with cyborgs
thing. Yes. Are they cyborgs?
Yeah, it's cyborg.
Now we know. Also, Mitchell, say hello. Well done.
The Cadence of Hyrule being announced. We figured we'd ask people.
What, sorry?
Cadence of Hyrule, Necrodancer Zelda game. If you could take like the Messenger and just work with another Nintendo property, like how would you blend it in the way that Necrodancer blends with Zelda for Cadence of Hyrule?
Oh, you mean like which?
Yeah.
Which
Like what would you want to like make like the Messenger 2 also starring this Nintendo character?
Yeah, with Zelda specifically, I think we could do the long overdue Zelda 2, which is still the best Zelda in my opinion.
Actually, we were talking to the guys at Cyber Shadow over at the club. They said like the same thing. I'm like,
really?
We have the ninja as well. We do like Zelda 2.
Right.
Everybody loves Zelda 2. Nintendo has Cadence of Hyrule and everything. If you could take a game that you made or a Nintendo franchise that you would want to like make a new game in, a la how those like the Necrodancer guys are basically making Necrodancer for Zelda. What like it could be any Nintendo franchise, dormant, active, whatever. What would it be and why?
No, a Mario. A Mario. I would do a Mario with 2D Mario.
Yeah, but that's Streets of Rage art style.
I'm the guy doing the programming and part of the design. So in terms of what kind of game I'd like to do a 2D platformer. And
I mean, we've been having a decade of new Super Mario Brothers games. I would love to see something similar to that Streets of Rage art style in a Mario game.
Yes, that would be great.
Yeah,
yes, a 2D Mario game with that art style.
Yeah. All right, now I'm gonna drink for that.
Neil's playing Dead Cells, and you probably can't hear anything I'm saying because it's very loud in here. Which game is that?
Xenon Racer.
Oh. It looked okay on the eShop.
It looks very different.
Neil, what are we doing?
We're hanging out.
Where are we hanging out?
On a floor.
Okay. What are we waiting for?
We're gonna go play Nintendo games.
You sound like a kid in the car. It's like, are we there yet?
Are you doing a Cloverfield style
well,
preparation for a night?
Yeah, the end of this vlog just ends with like that's
No.
We need to schedule breaks next PAX for me to go into a bathroom and fix my hair.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Just somebody from another country bought it and laundering money through the shit.
You went to the wrong door. Don't forget the director.
Don't hurry.
Hey everybody, it is the end of day one. It is actually 9:41 p.m. The night of day one. Had our Nintendo appointment today. That went well. Not a ton of stuff there. Honestly, there was more interesting stuff just kind of like out on the show floor. But still some cool stuff at the Nintendo appointment. We did get to see Mortal Kombat 11. We were not allowed to capture it or even record the screen at this time, but I can say it ran well. They are targeting 60 frames per second, which I did not expect. I was fully expecting that to be a 30 frame per second game. It was only playable in handheld mode. Resolution was definitely sub 720p, but not by much. Like I could tell it wasn't the native resolution of the Switch screen, but it wasn't like a low resolution, you know what I mean? Like if you just glanced at it, you probably wouldn't notice that it wasn't native, but it wasn't quite native. It wasn't too far off, but it wasn't quite native. But ran really well, handled great. I'm not a super big Mortal Kombat fan, but from what I could tell, it played really well. Alex was with us, who does love Mortal Kombat, and he had a really great time with it, had really good impressions of the game. So optimistic about that one. I got to play a little bit of Senua's Sacrifice, Hellblade, and that, once again, pretty low resolution, but really handled well. I never played that game before, and I came away like, I really like it, so now I have to decide whether I should buy it on PS4 or just wait for the Switch version. That one was docked. I'll be curious to see how that one looks in handheld, because it was definitely, it was probably a sub 720p resolution docked. Maybe 720p resolution, but I think it was below that. It had a very heavy passive anti-aliasing on it, which gave it a kind of muddy look. But it ran well, and overall it did look good. From afar, you can't really tell the difference, but you know, up close, you could tell that it was definitely a lower resolution version. But it was still that game, and it handled well. The frame rate was good. 30 frames per second was the target on it. and it seemed to stick to that. Just from looking at it, it seemed to stick to it pretty well. I got all the way through the demo, which I was proud of myself for. Like I said, I've never played the game, so I got all the way through the demo. I had 2 people. The kiosk next to me went through 2 people as both of them died and gave up, and I made it through the demo, so I felt proud of myself for that. But yeah, saw a lot of cool stuff. Yacht Club's new game looks fantastic. The multiplayer Shovel Knight expansion looks awesome. Streets of Rage 4 was one that I was like only casually interested in, but man, that's another one that we weren't allowed to get footage of. But boy, it handles great. The art style when you see it in person just looks fantastic. And yeah, and it just feels so much like Genesis Streets of Rage. They just nailed the feeling of it. Like as soon as I got in, I was like, yep, I know exactly how to do this. And I was able to just jump in, play through that demo, and it felt like Streets of Rage, which shouldn't be a weird thing. But you know how it is when you get a sequel to a Genesis game. You're never sure if they'll get it to feel just like the Genesis game, and this one does. So I'm very excited about that game. So there will be impressions of all these games in kind of a long podcast form at some point. I don't know if I'm getting that done tonight or not. And there's also gameplay going up of this probably over the course of the day, or I'm not sure exactly how much is getting done tonight, how much is getting done tomorrow morning. But there's footage of a bunch of this stuff for you to check out. Some off-screen, some direct feed, but check it all out. Also, we'll have a formal thank you video, but I did just want to mention, today we passed 50K subscribers, so thank you very, very much for subscribing and supporting the channel, and we'll keep on doing what we do. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, and as we head toward 100K, that's the first YouTube plaque, that's a big deal. And yeah, you can check out NintendoReport.com for a whole lot more. And support us on Patreon, patreon.com/NWR. And if you want to chat with us, hit us up on Discord. There's a link to our Discord in the description box. And I've got to edit some video, including this video, so it can go up in the morning. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Bye.